show today from Happy Days.
I know.
I can't believe I have you on the show. I mean, you are a super guest, but Anson's it's fun, you know. He has the Happy Days. You know that
Yeah.
song? Do you know the words to this song?
I do. You know, I watched that kid forever when I was that show when I was a kid. So it goes something like this: Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy
Happy
days.
Days.
Thursday, Friday, happy
Happy
days.
Days.
Saturday, what
What
a
a
day.
day.
Rocking all week with
Oh
you.
yeah.
This
These
day
days
is
are
ours. Won't you be mine? This
you
day is ours. Oh, please be mine.
look at
Hello,
you go.
sunshine.
You know my
Goodbye,
favorite.
rain. She's wearing my school ring on a chain. She's my steady. I'm her man. I'm gonna love her all I can. This day is ours.
That was beautiful, Phil. That was beautiful. Starting off our Happy Day show with two happy guys, two happy responders. One of them recently retired. Yes?
Yep. Retired in April after 29 years on the Oklahoma City Police Department, and also during a stint of 24 years in the United States Air Force Reserves. So about 40 years total of service. I retired in April, and I got to tell you, I miss some aspects of it,
Yes.
but there are a whole lot of aspects that I do not miss whatsoever.
You know, people ask me that often. They say, do you miss it? And I teach cops and firemen now, so I'm around them enough. But I don't know how I worked. Like, you fill your day now with so many things, and you're like, how did I ever have time to work?
Yes.
You know? I mean, I sit on the couch, then I get up, then I sit on the toilet, then I go back to the couch. It's a lot to do in a day.
Well, it really is, you know, and you know, you really have to plan your day out because you know if you have to allot a certain amount of time for sitting on the couch, and there's certain times you got to walk into the kitchen.
Don't want to overdo it. Don't want to overdo it.
Yeah.
You know, you read your whole bio. I was supposed to read your bio and present you, Phil. You know, you're an awesome individual. Another guy out there for years. And I would never want to be a cop. I think it's a much tougher job than firefighter. A lot of cops go, oh, I wouldn't want to be a fireman. We could battle that all day long. I think EMT is a tough job, especially in New York City. You're by yourself, you know. But the one thing I was looking at your bio here. On here, you're a grappling instructor. You grapple. You know, and I'm trying to think, what does that mean? Because I can picture like two people in the supermarket, you know, on the line where you're supposed to only have 10 items and somebody has 12 and they start to grapple. So what is a grappling instructor, Phil?
Well, in my case, you know, as a police officer, you know, I was an instructor in many different disciplines and classes with the police department. You know, I was a firearms instructor, a CD defensive tactics instructor, self-defense, or whatever you want to call it. But basically, the grappling instructor is it's jiu-jitsu based. You know, you see
it's not. Yeah. Is this at all in it? This.
Sometimes when guys are just starting out, there's a lot of this. But
there's this, guys. Don't do this. Don't do what John's doing. Don't do this. You know, you screwed up though. Just like me. You're married to Carla for 39 years. We have to say this in our intros or we get in trouble, Phil.
Yes.
39 years, two grown sons, grown daughter, a son-in-law, and like me, one grandchildren, a boy?
Yeah, just one grandson, yes.
That's my best friend too. You wrote it on here, my little buddy. That's my guy. I call him the guy. That's my guy. We're very lucky. Very lucky.
Yeah, man. I go over and kidnap him every chance I get. So
he lives right up the block, my grandson. And
mine too.
I was very excited about that. But I think my son and his wife are also very excited about that.
Oh, yeah. My daughter is expecting our second one in June.
Me too. So, you know if it's a boy or a girl?
They don't know yet.
I'm not allowed to say.
Oh, yeah. You'll get in trouble. I know how that goes.
Yeah. Let's bring Holly on for a quick second here. I promised Holly would give us some airtime. This is one of the heroes that are out there. Look at her. There she is from Utah. She looks very clear from Utah. Phil, do you agree?
Yes. Hi, Holly. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Now,
Doing
Holly,
good. Doing good.
I don't want to put the weight of the world on your shoulder, Holly, but you are right now on the Laughter Saves Lives show representing every first responder in the country right now.
Oh, man.
Because Phil and I both were on the streets, both responders, and we want people to realize that during this crappy time of people, let's wear a mask, let's not go out, Holly and the rest of these first responders are still there for everybody and responding and doing their job. So we want to thank you, Holly.
Oh, you don't need to do that.
Just did. I just did. And
Well,
the country wants to thank you and everybody else. But what caught me this week is you delivered a baby this week.
Uh-oh.
I did last Monday, and that was my first delivery in the field. So
First delivery.
Yep. So
You're
healthy
like
baby
the Amazon Prime, your first delivery.
I know.
Was it exciting? Was it scary? Was it thrilling? What was it?
In the moment it was terrifying.
Yeah.
But afterwards, after things calmed down, the baby was born healthy. Everything just worked out perfect. And we actually got to meet her this weekend. The family came to our fire station when I was on shift. So we got to meet her and I got to hold her again. So
that's awesome. Good job. Good job.
My friend Frank Fiala, comic, retired NYPD, does a joke about he was delivering a baby, he delivered this baby, and he's there and he's trying to pull out the baby and the whole bit. And a few weeks later, the woman comes to the police station and she walks in and he goes, "Oh, what did you come to thank me?" She goes, "No, I came to return your watch." Frank Fiala, I'm giving him credit. I'm not stealing it. Frank Fiala.
Wow, that's
How,
crazy.
do you want to give a shout out to any of your fellow responders out there in Utah?
Yeah, I mean,
don't do all of them, the whole state. Don't do all of them, just the ones that work with you.
So I work for North Davis Fire District.
Excellent.
I work full time for them. So give a shout out to B Shift. We're the best shift. So
always
B Shift. Yep.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I have a great group of people that I work with, and they amaze me every day at their professionalism with this whole COVID thing. And when I got sick, they didn't treat me like an outcast. They were still.
That's right. Holly did have the COVID. She had the COVID.
Yep.
And
oh man.
Yeah, you were pretty sick, right? You were.
It was kind of like having the flu, but I'm still an advocate for masks, washing your hands, things like that. So
yeah,
I mean, it could have been a lot worse, and it is a lot worse for a lot of people. So I think it's really important just to make sure everyone still is trying to take care of each other and themselves.
Yeah, very important, John. I'm glad you're feeling much better. And hey, I got to tell you, after 29 years, I did 29 years on the police department here in Oklahoma City. The whole time I was in a black and white police car, and there were several occasions over those years where I had to be treated by you guys. And trust me, I can't say enough about you guys. I love you. I love the work that you do. And it's very, very important. And thank you for what you do. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, I once had to be treated on the job too. I was hit with a flying object. In fact, I was doing stand up and people started throwing stuff at me. I had to get off the stage and treated. Holly, who is the best hazmat instructor you ever had in your life? Holly?
You are.
There we go. Holly,
Hands
Holly,
down.
pronounce your last name, Bassett, right?
Bassett.
Holly Bassett from Utah.
Yes,
thanks so much for taking the time. Next time we'll have you on for longer.
Sounds good. Thanks, John.
Thank
Good
you,
to meet you, Holly.
They're out there. They're still out there, Phil. Do you want to start off with a song, Phil? Do you want to start with a song here? Do you have something you want to do?
Yeah, I can. And I didn't use my my system because it doesn't sound good on StreamYard for some reason. But I'm going to do. And when I put the notice out that I was going to be on the show, I got a ton of requests for some Christmas songs. So I'm going to do one of the old standards.
Love it.
Okay, here we go.
I'm ready. I'll get my Christmas tree.
Dashing through the snow, On a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Hey.
Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Bada boom.
Beautiful. Phil, we're doing some great work out there. I know you're close to your heart. We're fighting that awareness to suicide, first responders, military. We're working with an organization right now, General Needs. We're buying some boots for needy and homeless veterans, some shirts, some underwear, some socks. People, if you have the money, you're out there working, laughtersaveslives.org. Go on, make a donation tonight. We could use the money. We've been spending it during COVID, and we're not able to have many fundraisers. So this is a great night. I know Phil has a lot of followers. So we appreciate you coming on tonight, Phil. laughtersaveslives.org.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Phil. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I do have a lot of followers, and I had a lot of people telling me they were going to come and watch the show. And I just want to reiterate, Laughter Saves Lives. Go check them out. They do good work. Anybody who knows me that's followed me for a while, my mission in life is to bring awareness to the issue of veteran suicide, police suicide, first responders, firefighters, to bring awareness to that, to end homelessness, and just in general help that community out. So yeah, go check out the website, and if you feel like donating, I'm not gonna push you to do that. But
no, neither am I. But we're having a problem, Phil. I don't know if I told you this, with the donate button. So if anybody wants to go on and just donate $50 and see if it works, just hit $50 and hit the donate button, and just to see if it works there, like the old Soupy Sales commercial. But yeah, we also have a show on there. $21, a professional comedy show. If you want to have some friends over, split it. I know a lot of firemen and cheap bastards. They 10 people over. They'll pay $1.50 each and watch the show. That's okay too.
Hey, I got to tell you, I don't know if you guys do it in New York City, but here every year the firefighters, they go stand in the middle of the street with a boot.
No, we don't do that.
Okay, well they stand with a boot and they get donations and to help the homeless or whatnot and various organizations. And I would always mess with those guys when I'd pull up to the intersection in my police car. And one of the guys, he was just kidding around. He comes over and he sticks the boot in my car. So I said, "Oh, thanks, man." I reach in there and I pull out a bunch of money and I drive off. I brought it back, but
I'm sure you did. We tried that one year and we just got more boots thrown at us. You know what we're gonna do? Let's go to a commercial. And we'll come back with Phil and hopefully Anson should be in by then, I assume. Thank you. First
Good
commercial. Deal. We'll see you right back on the other side.
Hi, I'm Michael Barish, managing partner of Barish, McGarry, Salzman & Penson. We are honored to represent over 11,000 people in the 9/11 community. The people who work at my law firm can really relate to what the 9/11 community is going through because they're going through it too.
So my dad's name was Billy Gormley, and he was a fireman on 9/11.
My father also was a firefighter, and he did report down there as well on 9/11.
My dad, Alan, worked on the 104th floor of the second tower. He was an IT technician.
My father was a fire inspector.
My husband, his name is David Velez. He was a detective with the NYPD, and if I can help anybody that is going through exactly what I have gone through for the last 17, 18 years and make their life just a little bit better, then you know what? I love coming to work every single day.
This is a genuine office. Like, people are really sincere.
The best part of my job is the clients. Every once in a while you'll hear in their voice how grateful they are for the work that we do.
We take this personally and we will not rest unless we help everybody we can before this victim compensation fund ends in 2 years. And we will be fighting to get this thing extended past 2020 because cancer isn't going to stop afflicting the 9/11 community.
Hello, Blue. Nothing could hold me. Oh, I have to say, every time I see the commercial, Michael, and I always pronounce the name wrong, Barish and his firm, he's my lawyer. He represented me. He represented a whole bunch of guys. And really, he could have made a decent amount of money and took off. But this man has donated, to start with, he bought, I think it was something like 100,000 masks in the heat of COVID. He has supported Laughter Saves Lives with numerous donations and many other organizations. So we're proud to be affiliated with Michael and his firm. Wonderful, wonderful people who have a lot of first responder family working for him now as lawyers and assistants and all that.
That's good, man. You know, in our lines of work, you know, we spend years and years going to deal with some of the most horrible conditions and the people that are behind those situations. And you know, we get to feel sometimes if you're not careful, you get to feel that all people are like that. But then you see people like him, your lawyer, and you realize that there are people who care, who love, you know, their fellow man, and it gives you hope. It gives you hope.
Phil, we did a big show in the city at Gotham Comedy Club. Not only did this man come to see me a second time, I mean, the beating, he bought, I think, a shirt for every one of his staff, and they made a large donation to the event. He's a great guy. Do we have Anson Williams in the waiting room? And did Holly hang out? If she wants to ask a question later, let me know. We are looking for Anson Williams.
We do not have Anson in the waiting room yet, and Holly is gone.
Okay. I told she had the option of hanging out if she wanted to ask a question to Anson. So if Anson comes in soon, I may grapple with him for being a little late. We'll grapple.
Hey, that's all right, man. He's Anson Williams. You know, it's if somebody would have told me 40 years ago while I was watching an episode of Happy Days that, hey, one day you're going to be on a talk show and you're going to get to help speak, you know, host and speak to Anson Williams, I would have said, man, you are crazy. But I mean, here it is.
I have to be honest with you that I'm excited to have Anson Williams. I'm more excited to have you because I mean this from the bottom of my wonderful heart. You've been out there. You thank you for what you did for our country, and thank you for what you did on the streets of Oklahoma City. You're a good man, and I'm excited when I have people like you on. Oklahoma City bombing. We don't want to bring the show to a comedy screeching halt, but I know a lot of guys for FDNY that went down there. That must have been just a horrifying day and following weeks for you guys.
It was, you know, that's probably the event, however you want to describe it, whatever your word, bad, negative word you want to use to describe it. It was that of my career, of my life, my life. The worst thing I've ever seen in my life. You know, and just real quick, you know, I came home. I'd only been a cop for like 4 years. I came home from a night shift. I laid down. I got a phone call. One of my partners said, "Hey, the building where your wife works just exploded."
Oh, wow.
And so I turned the TV on and just saw all kinds of carnage. I jump in my car, my clothes. I head downtown, and I gotta, you know.
Hey, Phil, when you were going downtown, let me ask you this, because you look like a macho guy. You know me. I'm not so brave and macho. And what I mean by that is, when I was responding down to the World Trade Center, because I was home, also was supposed to be working, I was scared to death. I kept going forward, very proud of that. You know, later on when I thought about it, but I didn't know what to expect.
Right. Yeah, that's the way I felt. Going down there, when I got the news and I saw the news coverage, my gut and my chest and my throat immediately, it felt like it seized up, like somebody was choking me. And it felt that way the whole time I was driving down there. And then when I got there, And it took me about 3 hours to finally locate my wife in one of the local hospitals. She was injured pretty bad, but I was able to take her home that night.
Oh wow!
Because
I didn't think. What time did the bombing occur?
9:05 in the morning.
Oh, right. So you work nights? You were working nights?
Yes, I got off work at 7 o'clock in the morning and kind of finished up some paperwork. Got to the house, just laid down, and I got the phone call.
Wow.
But, it was. But the reason I love you guys so much is because
you mean Italians or
yeah, Italians. Now, firefighters and NYFD and NYPD specifically is because, working down at the site the following weeks and months, I met several firefighters and police officers from New York City who came down to back us up and to assist us. And, and me being the moron that I am, I don't remember anybody's name because it was kind of in passing that I would meet them and shake their hands and thank them. But and I get choked up right now just thinking about these guys coming down, to help us. And I'll never forget that as long as I live.
Yeah, we had the same thing. Just Bobby, if Anson comes in, obviously just bring him right on the screen. Same with us. We had so many people who came and helped. When I got to go back out and teach nationally, and to this day, especially with the older guys in the class, I thank them. I say, we didn't have a chance to do that. So I thank you if you were there. I'll send a prayer, and anybody else who came, please thank them because we have a special bond. You could go anywhere in the country and go into a firehouse or a police station and say you're a cop or a fireman and get welcomed, except once for me. Once. I don't want to say where I was, LA City. I don't want to say where I was. And I wanted to use the bathroom, and they wouldn't let me in.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, all right, that's great. All right, so do you have another song you would like to sing?
Oh yeah, man, I can sing.
Now I want to save the one that I requested for closing the show as basically we can beat this COVID thing. I love that song. I was listening to your song, singing my ass off. My wife told me to shut up, by the way, about an hour ago. She goes, what are you doing? I said, I'm singing to Phil. This guy can sing. He's a cop. I'm singing all the songs. She goes, would you shut up? I'm trying to get Christmas music up here. So what else you got for us, Phil?
Oh, man, let's do okay. So speaking of NYPD, NYFD, I'm going to dedicate this.
FDNY. It's FDNY. They get very angry about that.
What did I say?
Every fire department around the country says NY. They put the location first. For some reason, FDNY says FD first. And I think it had to do with something with the NYPD years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's all right. It's all right. That's all right.
Anyway, police officers and firefighters from New York City. This song is for you guys. You are so beautiful to me, and you are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hope for. You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. Boom.
I'm blushing.
Hey, I got to tell you a story. Is Anson here yet, or can I tell a story?
I'm assuming Bobby's going to bring him right in when he's in, so don't wait.
Yeah, he's not in yet. Bruce is on the phone with his manager. We're trying to figure out what's going on.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, Bobby. That's Bobby, our engineer. He's awesome. Let's hear it for Bobby. He makes
Bobby.
Puts together the show, and then Bobby.
I meant Butch. I said Bruce. I meant Butch. I'm sorry.
Butch, Bruce. I knew what you meant.
Yeah. So, I mean, another reason I love firefighters so much is because, again, in my 29 years, there's been twice that you guys literally saved my life. And I'll do a quick story. I got a call at this local motel that was an unsavory place. And the call said that there was a guy who was high on meth. Well, the call actually said a giant on meth. That's what the call said, a giant. He was on meth and he was beating everybody up in the motel room.
Oh.
So I get there and the firefighters, they're kind of congregated waiting for the cops to get there, which is their policy. That's what they're supposed to do.
Right.
And I get there, I look in, and sure enough, there is a giant in there like a tornado beating everybody up. And I was going to back up. I told because I was by myself, I told the firefighters, says, hey, you guys stay back. We're not going in there. But as I was watching, he starts pounding on a small female.
That's not good. Yeah.
So now I got to do something. So I go in there. We didn't carry tasers at that time. And, I tackled this guy or tried to. We went down. He was a big dude, real big dude. And I'm not a big guy. I'm 165 pounds. I work out a lot, but still, I'm not a big guy.
The two of us work out a lot, obviously. Thank you, Phil.
So, we go to the ground. I'm wrestling this guy. I break my arm. And, I heard it snap. It broke. And so I'm done. I look at the door of the motel. I see a bunch of firefighters looking in. I said, I need help, guys. That's all the word they needed. So, and a couple of these firefighters look like they could play for the NFL as linemen.
Yeah.
They come in there and they pile on this guy and they held him, got me out of there, started treating me immediately, and waited for the other officers to get there. What would have happened had they not been there? I'm sure something very, very bad, but that was, I'll never forget that as long as I live. Just another reason why I love you guys.
You know what it was? You didn't know how to grapple yet, Phil. If you were this grappling guy, so all you had to do is go like this, and he would have went, what the frig is he doing? Something's going on there.
Yeah.
While waiting for Anson, did you know that you read the bio that Bruce sent us? No, Butch. That he is related. What is it? His uncle, Dr. Henry Heimlich of the Heimlich maneuver.
Yeah. And I've got a story for him when he gets here about that. So I can't wait.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Yeah, I read about that.
Because we have a sponsor, which will probably show that commercial next. LifeVac. And he developed this plunger for the face is simply what I'm going to call it. So if you're doing the Heimlich and you can't get this thing out and they look like they're going to stop breathing, they're done, you put this plunger, this LifeVac on the face, and it pulls the thing out of your throat because it feels, I know it sounds funny, right? But it works. They've saved so many lives, but it's a last resort type thing because obviously it can cause some damage, but it's either they die or you do the LifeVac.
That sounds real similar to a product that you may have heard about it, but a guy, his dad went into cardiac arrest and passed out or whatever. Well, anyway, he takes a plunger, since you mentioned plunger, and he starts plunging his chest, and he actually revived his dad.
Wow.
And so now there's actually a product that they sell for that purpose.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen one, but I know it's out there someplace. But just an incident I read about. But yeah,
we know what we're going to do here, Phil. We'll go to our second commercial break, and then when we come back, if Anson isn't here, I'm going to sing "Play That Funky Music, White Boy," or we'll let you sing another song, one or the other.
Heck yeah!
So let's go to our next commercial break, and we'll be back hopefully with Anson Williams.
When someone is choking, brain damage can occur after just 4 minutes. Did you know every 5 days a child dies because of a choking accident?
My name is Art Lee. I invented LifeVac to protect my family. LifeVac is an easy-to-use suction device with a special one-way valve to help save a choking victim.
I care for my dad who's prone to choking. Having LifeVac in my home gives me peace of mind.
Protect your family. Buy LifeVac now.
Thank you, Daddy.
Call 1-877-LifeVac or visit lifevac.net.
Goodbye, gray skies. Hello, blue. Nothing can hold me like I hold you. Let's hope he's on soon. But you know what? Even if he doesn't show up, we got this.
Yeah. You know, what amazes me about you guys is, you guys have the do the comedy stuff, and since I retired, I've been working on my routine because I also want to get into stand up if this pandemic ever goes away, or I may even do it online. But I've been working on some things, and you guys are definitely inspirations for that. And man, I tell you what,
we're doing some interesting stuff because doing stand up. I've done this joke a number of times online, but your followers haven't heard it. I was quarantined in my basement for 4 weeks, Phil. And the reason being is my wife told me to go down the basement and get a tangerine, and I thought she said quarantine. Now, my wife wanted to say hello to Anson Williams, and Anson hasn't showed up yet, honey. So you still have me only and Phil.
Hi, Phil.
Phil.
Hello.
Phil Paz is from Oklahoma City.
Nice to meet you.
He was a police officer in the military, and he sings songs. Phil, honey, who is your you have any Barry Manilow, Phil? I know you do any Barry Manilow? Who else do you like, honey? That's a little farty, because I know you like farty stuff.
Hey, let's do. Since if she likes Mandy, I'm gonna do Barry Manilow. I'm gonna do Mandy for her right now.
Yeah,
all right, do it.
Google is great for lyrics.
Yes.
I remember all my life raining down as cold as ice. Shadows of a man, a face through a window, crying in the night. The night goes into morning, just another day.
Beautiful.
Happy people pass my way. Looking in their eyes, I see a memory. I never realized how happy you made me, oh Mandy. Well, you came and you gave without taking, but I sent you away, oh Mandy. Oh, you kissed me and stopped me from shaking, and I need you today, oh Mandy.
Acapella. It's Anson Williams. Oh my God! Hey, Anson.
Yeah, come on, real quick. Just come on now.
Guys, hello, Blue.
Bye-bye.
Get home, baby. Hold on. Let me put on your glasses. Let me put on your. That's not Anson Williams.
That's a Butch.
That's Seltzer. Phil.
Hi, Butch.
Hi, Bruce.
Hey, Phil.
Hi, Bruce. Do you remember the beginning of the show how I said Butch is kicking ass and getting wonderful guests?
All right, so I'm about Bobby.
Yes.
Just so I know you can hear me. You don't have to come on if you don't want. Anson's manager is about to pop in.
Okay.
So there was a massive windstorm in Ojai, California.
Oh no!
All right.
And over 12,000 people are out. Yeah, lost power, and Anson is one of them.
We will get him next time. Let me tell you something. We are having a ball with Phil.
I know.
Phil, love it. Thank you for that Mandy song.
Oh, you're welcome, ma'am. You're welcome.
Oh,
thank you.
Go ahead, Bobby. Throw Harlan on.
Big man.
There's Harlan.
It's Anson Williams. Goodbye, gray skies. Hello, blue. No, that's not Anson Williams.
No.
That's Harlan Ball. Hi, Harlan.
How are you?
Good, my friend. How are you?
I'm good. I like the little Fonzie on there.
You like it? That's I change every week. So we'll get him the next time. That's all.
He's very apologetic. He lives up in Ojai.
Right.
They took out all the power that
heard
would be on by 3:00 today.
Yeah, no problem.
And they just notified that it won't come on till midnight. I handle so many members of the Happy Days cast, and they're all so very professional and on time with everything that it kills them when they're late for anything.
No problem. We'll tell him John Fonzie Larocchia wishes him well.
Okay.
And we'll get him next time. We want him to come back. He's got to come back, though.
No, he'll. I promise you, he'll be more than happy to do so.
All right. We're going to give his stuff a little plug, in fact, right now anyway. Because that's who we are.
For the alert drops.
Yes.
Alert drops.
Yes, the alert drops. So, thanks for coming on and letting us know.
Oh, absolutely.
And we look forward to having him on.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
What is the B Harlan Bowl? B Harlan Bowl.
It's for my first name.
What's your first name?
No.
Oh,
I keep the B for my mother.
Now I'm going to be Googling and looking up. All right, Mr. B Harlan. Thank you for coming on and explaining all of that.
You got it. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Harlan. I appreciate it, buddy.
Have a great night. Have a great night. I always think, Phil, that Butch does this stuff so he can come on the screen. And
no, that is not why.
No. All right, now I don't know if you know this, Phil, but Butch is also a wonderful singer, and he's going to carry the tune of "Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer" right here. And take it, Butch.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Walking home from our
house Christmas Eve. There you go. Yeah, sure. Ask the Jew to sing a Christmas song.
You know what? Did you ever have a Christmas tree?
No, the Jew part? No.
So I know many Jewish friends who'd like to have a Christmas tree and have a little present underneath there.
We've got this beautiful thing called a menorah.
I know.
And we may have had one year, I think we had a Hanukkah bush.
Hanukkah bush.
Yes, I think that was it. Phil, I like your glasses.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh,
you get to a certain age, and you got to wear them sometimes.
Yeah, I have two. See, I have reading glasses that I have on now to see the screen, and I've got my long glasses. I'm a mess.
I read my grandson's books, and now it's getting a little darker the time he takes his nap. And I didn't have my glasses the other day, and I'm making up words, and he's looking at me like, "That's not it." I'm like, "Shut up, kid. Let me get through this book." All right, so we're doing fine. I think we should go to our last commercial break, and then we'll come back and sing a few more tunes with Phil.
Excellent.
And we'll plug.
Jack, put your phone away. We're having dinner.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
What can I get you? You guys want appetizers?
For some reason, I just got a craving for smoked meat.
Well, you ordered something already. The menu hasn't changed. You looked at it 3 times.
I don't know what I want yet.
I wanted chicken, but I think it's blackened, so I'll have a burger.
How'd you like that cooked?
Medium.
Do you have any specials?
Specials? Boss, what are specials?
What's the matter? You don't know the specials?
Look at this smoke.
What smoke?
We gotta get these dumps clean.
Nah, they're fine.
You know what? We're just gonna take our order to go, okay?
In business since 2003, MCN duct cleaning is the result of many years of research and continuing education, realizing the need to provide a safer and cleaner environment for families on Long Island. MCN services both residential and commercial properties by cleaning dryer vents, fireplaces, HVAC systems, and so much more. This not only improves air quality, but it could also reduce your energy bills by making things run more efficiently. So, if you want to make your house or business safer and cut down on your bills in the process, give our friend Matt over at MCN a call now.
Is that steak well done?
Maybe call a little bit sooner than these guys did.
I can never get enough of that commercial.
That's hilarious, man.
I was just thinking yesterday, I was talking to Pat Marone, posted it, and I'm saying, man, where are the outtakes? We had so much fun, Phil, shooting that day because it was all my friends.
Well, listen, but you got to understand something. That's just our little commercial. We don't have a national commercial for USAA like Phil does.
Well, I would believe we had more fun than Phil had shooting that commercial.
Or Doritos.
Funny,
right? Doritos was one too.
Yeah. I mean, it's I'm trying. I'll talk a little bit about my acting career. So in 2012, you know, of course, I was still right in the middle of my police career, but I knew that eventually I would want to do something different. You know, I didn't really want to know what. I don't really have that many skills. You know, it's not that hard to be a cop. But anyway, so in January of 2012, I started taking some acting classes. Well, let me back up a little bit. My son, who's a photographer, he came home one day with a new Canon camera, and he's walking around the house. He's taking some pictures. And he said, "Hey, come outside with me. I want to test out the video." So he's out. Me and his mom are outside walking around, and he's taking some video. And he walks up to me close, and he says, "Hey, Dad, say something." So I said, "What do you want me to say?" He goes, "I don't know, just say something." I said, "Well, hang on a second." So I had this bright idea. I went in, I wrote a little 5-minute monologue about a soldier back from the war who's having some issues. And I did this monologue, and he's watching that, and he goes, "You know," he said, "it's kind of rough, but that's not bad. You need to take some acting classes." And I said, "Acting classes?" So for Christmas that year, he bought me acting classes, which I started the following January. And all of 2012, I took every acting class that this place had. And from then on, I was hooked, man. I knew that's all I wanted to do. So I was kind of a part-time actor, did some small stuff around the state.
I watched your reel. Very, very good. I watched your acting reel.
Yeah, you did a movie also, though, didn't you?
I've done several small independent things, some of which have never seen the light of day, and I'm probably glad about that. But yeah, I mean, you know, I've done some projects. I've done some commercials.
I saw the badass cop clip.
Yeah, yeah. And you learn from all of those, no matter what, even if you think it sucks, so to speak, you learn from it and you use it again. Let me just plug Butch. Let's plug Anson Williams' alert drop to help curb the recent increase in stress and related violence due to the pandemic and isolation fatigue. Alertdrop.com. Take a look at it. This is what Anson Williams is supporting right now, so take a look. So we are owed now, Butch, two A guests.
Yes.
We got Phil Paz. That's A+. Phil Paz. Bobby Valentine, right? Manager of the New York Mets and many other things. And Anson Williams now. So we have something to look forward to. I definitely want to have Phil back on if we could get him. Phil, I think I want to sing another tune here.
What do you want to sing?
I want to close with the Traveling Wilburys. Very interesting group, by the way. And I ask a lot of people go, who's in that group? Who's Traveling Wilburys? They have a few good songs. You know, Handle with Care. What is the other one? Not Toe the Line. Something with the line. And the one you're going to close with tonight, which we're not ready for yet, which was what did I request?
Won't Back Down.
Won't Back Down. I love that one. How about another Christmas tune for people? Oh, people, again, we're doing some nice things for Christmas for veterans. LaughterSavesLives.org if you're interested in making a donation. Also, if you want to watch the show, it's on LaughterSavesLives.org. A fun comedy show headlining with two headliners from the recent Kevin James sitcom. Joe Starr, Chris Roach, myself, JJ Boyd. It's a fun show. $21, $15. Goes to the organization you choose. If you'd like, choose Left to Save Lives or some other veteran organization. What do you got, Phil?
Let me see. How about a little okay, here we go. You'll recognize this one. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Oh, feliz Navidad, feliz Navidad, feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Oh, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Talking about the Heimlich maneuver, as we were talking about before. I was once I was actually driving the hazmat chief. They have a chauffeur driver. We call it the hazmat firefighter now. And we were going out to lunch, just the chief and I. And we pull up to Jackson Hole by LaGuardia Airport. It's an old diner that specialty is now all different kinds of burgers, different burgers. They mostly have burgers. Jackson Hole is called. We get out of the car, and the guy at the front door is going, and I go, "Hey, Chief, look at this. He's got a table for us." We get a little closer, and he goes, "There's a guy choking. There's a guy choking." And I'm like, "Holy crap, Chief." Now, so I go in, and there's a guy at the table, and I go, "All right," because it's been a while since I did the Heimlich. I was trained and all that, but so you're going through the whole process, right? And I go up to him, he spits it out before I do anything. And everybody's clapping, yeah, and I'm sitting there going, I did nothing. Thank you very much. Well, give us the best table, you know. So have you ever given the Heimlich?
Yes, and I wanted to tell Anson this story, but there was some buddies and I, we were on duty. We went to a local restaurant to eat. We were eating, and there was an elderly couple there. The husband, he got up and he was shaking his wife. He was very frantic. She was passing out, her eyes rolling back, and he put her on the floor. And of course, we run over there. "What's wrong?" He said, "She's choking." Okay, so we're looking at her, and she was out for a little bit. And I gave her the Heimlich, picked her up, gave her the Heimlich a few times. The food came out, and she revived right there in the store. But due to her advanced age, they went ahead and put her in the ambulance and took her to the store, or took her to the hospital. And she was fine. She was fine. She lived to see another day after that. So yeah.
I love these messages coming up. Did Bobby finally figure out how to do this? Is this something?
No, it's me. But
you're doing it?
I'm doing it. I'm sure Bobby can do it too, though.
What are you co-hosting from home? You can do what Bobby does?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can see people in the waiting room. That hey, Sherry. I love that. That's pretty cool. You like that, Phil? Or is that the start of you?
No, that's awesome. Yeah, that's good.
You know what I love about it, Phil? They all love you. Nobody said a damn thing about me yet, but that's okay. That's all right. There was a time in Jersey near Butch's house. This was. I'm doing a comedy show, and I said, "Let me get out of here. Let me drive home back to Long Island." Right. So the show ends, and somebody comes up to me and says, "Oh my God, John, you were so funny." That's all a comic needs to hear, right? So I was about to leave, and I'm like, "Let me hang out a little while," right? So somebody else comes and goes, and then I hear somebody go, "He's on the floor. He fell on the floor." And I turn around, and there's a guy laying under the table, right? Oh. Not moving. And I go, "What happened?" "He went to get up, and he fell on the table." And the guy's unconscious. So now I look at the bartender, and I go, "Call 911," right? Now I'm pulling chairs away because I can't get to the guy the way he fell. Pulling chairs away, right? Drag the guy out. Now I'm trying to remember all, because I don't respond to medical calls at the FDNY. I'm just trained. Every 3 years I get overtime to get training. But so now I'm sizing him up, and the guy goes like this, right? And I go, "Bro, what the freak happened?" He goes, "Oh, sometimes when I get up too quick, I pass out."
Oh, jeez.
So I sit him in the chair, and I go, "Don't move. Don't move." EMS comes walking, and they go, "Good night, everybody." I'm out of here. I tell you.
It's of course, you've been in on the fire department, and you see things that people can't even imagine. And I responded to a call where a car pulls up, threw a guy out at a convenience store, and left him there, and they thought he was dead. And the clerk, when I got there, the clerk said they said he overdosed on heroin, and this guy's laying there, and he looked like he had passed away. 21-year-old guy. So I don't know if you ever got to use Narcan, but I sprayed some Narcan in his nose, and that stuff is like a miracle drug. I mean, the guy, he because he wasn't breathing, he was blue, but in like 30 seconds, his eyes batted, he sat up, and he was talking just like we are. And he didn't want to go with the ambulance. And I said, well, let me take you to the hospital. I'll give you a ride. He said, I don't like cops. I said, dude, I promise you, all I want to do is give you a ride to the hospital. I'm worried about you. He had no shirt on and one shoe. I said, you can't be walking down the highway like that. Let me take you. But he didn't want to ride. But
we're getting some feedback from you.
From me?
Yeah, Linda Zarek loves you, Phil.
Hey, Linda.
Hi.
Thanks
Hi, Linda.
Well, I have to thank Phil for bringing all of his followers on tonight. That was really great. So Anson Williams, as you notice, if anybody's in, had a little problem, a windstorm, they lost power. We're going to get him back again. Thank God we had Phil here tonight to I don't want to say fill the time, because we did more than fill the time. He was a very entertaining young man.
Hey, I got to do. So I told you before that I'm working on my comedy routine. So I'm gonna do about, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute or so for you, because I want to try it out. Because you guys inspire me. I want to do stand up like you guys do. So
right now it's more like sit down, but that's all right.
Yeah, people always ask me how come I stand up when I do these shows. Is because after 30 years in a police car, if I sit down for these things, my back locks up and I can barely move and it hurts really bad. So I like to stand up and kind of try to keep loose a little bit.
Grapple.
Yeah, stay away from the grappling. Yeah. So anyway, so what if action star Jason Statham was a traffic cop? And it might be something kind of like this. May I see your driver's license, please? The reason I stopped you is because you were speeding and driving recklessly. If you do it again, we may have some problems. Speak to my partner, Sly Stallone. I just wanted to let you know that you're driving unsafely, and that ain't you. I want you to be careful of the other guy and watch what you're doing, because that's how winning is done.
Very good. Very good.
We got impressions and stand up from Philip Paz.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do a great impression of Anson Williams. Ready? So poor Anson. Let's plug it one more time. His product was alertdrops.com. Take a look, people. Alertdrops.com. It's for pandemic or isolation fatigue. This product, just take a look at it. Do that.
Alertdrops.com. I did 16 years on the graveyard shift, and I wish I had alert drops back in those days.
Hey, Joyce. Hey, Pam. I like this thing. For somebody that's ADD, Butch, this probably is not good. Because what I'll be doing is I'll be talking, really, and your mother had a heart attack. Hey, I love you, Beverly. And your mother fell down the stairs and broke a leg. Yeah, hey, Beverly, how you doing? I don't think it's going to work for me. Phil, how about we close with that song? Because there's a show right afterwards. We got like 2 minutes. So how about
before you do that,
yeah,
we have to thank our good friends Suki and Scott for loaning us Phil tonight.
Yes.
The Suki and Scott show, Tuesday through Thursday. Was it Omaze TV? Is that what it is, Phil?
What is it again?
Is it Omaze TV? Is that what they're on? They're on Facebook Live.
Only good TV.
Oh, only good TV.
Yes.
But thank you, Suki and Scott, for
They've been very good. They've been
tonight.
very good to us. Very good to us.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to close with my request.
Yes, sir. Here we go.
Won't back down.
Well, I won't back down. No, I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. No, I'll stand my ground. Won't be turned around. And I'll keep this world from dragging me down. Gonna stand my ground. And I won't back down. No, I won't back down. I'll stand my ground. And I won't back down.
Thanks, Phil. That's for all the first responders out there who are kicking ass, fighting this COVID out there, doing their job on the streets. Thank you.
I got to say one hi. I got a hello from my high school friend Krista Cavino. How about that?
Krista, she was in high school with you. Krista, happy 60th birthday.
We're not as old as you.
I just made another enemy. Phil, thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy.
With us, buddy.
Anytime. You guys call me anytime.
We'd love to have you back, and we'll do some of these COVID comedy shows. We'll have you on. Good night, everybody. See you next week with maybe Anson Williams. You never know.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
See ya.
Good night.
Old leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Who's chasing the beer that circle the lips? Play ball. Play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.